Alright, my YouTube family was good. As you can see, we got the lighting all fixed. So the green screen is not picture perfect, but it's better than what we had. So yeah, we good now on lighting and green screen. You ain't gotta see no little jittery stuff in the background like that. But today we got some more news from 2K and Uncle Demi, the GOAT himself. They finally exposed the My Player Builder. So we can go ahead and check this out. This video is from Uncle Demi. NBA 2K23 My Player Builder breakdown. Copyright.
Uncle Demi, and today I have another special banger for you, alright? Now here we go. This is what y'all been waiting for, man. We're getting footage. You're getting information on the My Player Builder. And let me tell you something, man. If it comes to who knows the builder inside and out, come on, man, really? Like, is that really a question? You know?
He does know these builders from the back of his head, for real.
I'm saying, is that really a question? Who actually knows how this builder works inside and out? Really? Like, do we have to go down a list of things that I do? Like, let's get serious here, man. So, like, y'all are about to be in for a really great surprise. So, without further ado, let's hop right in.
It's my first time
So
really
what I'm
seeing
going to talk about today is this, man. As you see in the background, this is me literally first getting on the game. And of course, hey, please subscribe. You already know. If you watch Uncle Demi enough, you know, please subscribe. That's all we're going to do, right? Now, I'm going to talk about a few things. I'm not going to get long-winded because I don't want this to be a 45-minute video. I'm just going to point out some key things that you definitely need to look at.
All right, so here's the first impressions of the builder right here. I ain't gonna lie to you though, I'm messing with it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm digging it. I like how it look. Change of height. You can see the big difference of everything changing. Like, he went to 7'3". His interior defense jumped 11 points. Like, wait, he's 7'3", but his perimeter defense is 99. See, it's like, it's crazy. Like,
out for, and then we'll kind of go from there. Okay, so first we're gonna talk about right here what you're looking at, weight, height, and that type of deal. Then we're gonna talk about what it is to get to equivalent to your badges, and then we're gonna talk about what's very important is the core badges. Okay, so let's go ahead and hop into and talk about the body.
The build, I ain't gonna lie, I can't even expose to y'all the build I'm trying to make. Y'all just gotta stay tuned. The build I'm finna make, it's gonna be goated.
Settings. As you see here, man, I'm 6'5". I go up to 6'6", and as you see,
he went up to 6'6". He was 6'5", went up to 6'6". His interior defense jumped by 11 points. This defense is finna be crazy. The defense is the best stat.
it affects the same exact stuff, man. Height.
But then again, that's because of his weight also, so keep in mind.
It affects your shooting, your playmaking, your perimeter defense still, and of course your speed and acceleration, right? What's actually pretty amazing here is that now at 6'10", with a max wingspan, you can still get pro dribble animations. Like, that's insane to think about. You're 6'10", max wingspan, and you're still able to get pro dribble animations. That is now
81 ball handle and a 94 pass accuracy.
The cutoff. 6'10", max wingspan, pro dribble animations. Now let's look at the actual builder. So again, visually.
Okay. I seen this picture get leaked. I thought it was fake, but it's true. So as you can see, we got tier 1, tier 2, tier 3 badges.
It looks just the same as 22, but there are some different kinks to it. As you see here, I'm going to upgrade my driving dunk, just trying to see what moves. And as you see, upgrading driving dunk moves your close shot, your driving layup, your ball handle.
So you upgrade one thing, Max is going to move other stuff with it.
Your defensive rebound, your vert, and some of your strength, right? Like, that's pretty amazing to think about. Now that these sliders beforehand used to move 1 or 2, now a ton of different attributes move. So what that means is it makes it a lot difficult to get really big demigod builds because a lot of attributes are moving at one time, which of course is going to move your overall up a lot.
Look at some of the little badges. You can see what you can get at tier 3 and stuff. Hall of Fame.
Okay.
But you got Hall of Fames in tier 1 and tier 2.
Let me just go ahead and stress this again. You're 25 overall.
25 overall.
You max out your driving dunk, and you become a 59. That is a 34-point swing. That is unheard of in NBA 2K22. That is why 2K23 is very difficult when it comes to the builder. And
bro, he went from 25 to only 59, bro.
Said in my previous videos, while you definitely want to look to specialize. Mike Wang spoke on that, right? I'm speaking on that. You definitely want to try to specialize in a position, because if you try to max out so many categories, it's not going to happen, okay? Now, as you see in here, as we fast forward to the tail end of this build, you can see already finishing is the only thing that's basic.
Stream 85 plus live channels.
Is really struggling, right? There's no shooting, really below average defense, and basic playmaking, okay? We haven't even got into the badges of this. So again, moving and driving, look at a close shot. When I move my close shot, my mid-range and my free throw moves up. Again, in 22, if you move your close shot, the only thing that moved was your mid-range shot. So again, it's just showing the fact that now a lot of each attribute is attached to not one, not two, but 3, 4, or 5, or you saw in the beginning, 8 different attributes move. That's how this becomes a very hard puzzle to try to.
Yeah, this builder is about to be literally the hardest thing to. People about to make so many builds. It's gonna be crazy.
Fix, but again, I love it because now it makes this where there's not going to be as many demigod builds. And I know a lot of y'all going to complain, but then a lot of y'all understand that. Listen, we all quote unquote want demigod builds, but we really don't. Okay, and I've been saying that in my videos. We really don't, because all the games that people claim are the greatest games ever, right? They were all role player based games. 2K20 was a pie chart game. So just keep that in mind while we're making this builder, right? So now, as you see here, this is the finished product, or I guess you could say kind of to the finished product of what I was doing here. I had to get bully badge. I wanted to get that on gold, so I had to get my strength to at least an 87. I had to get my vert to at least an 85 because I have a 93 driving dunk. So like you can see how you have to kind of tinker around a lot. 25, 18, 17 to 7 is what I have. And we're gonna show you, well, I'm gonna show you when we get to the next step, while 18 and 17 might have been good for 22, because of the core badges and because of the tiers that you have, this build is actually not gonna be as good as you think it might be, okay? So let's just head over right now and let's talk about that aspect. The actual badges, right? The badge points, how critical this is and how demoralizing it's gonna be, but at the same time, how satisfactory it's gonna be, because builds are really gonna require.
See a new badge I've never seen called Workhorse and Box Out Beast, Challenger, Anchor.
To take some skill this year. All right, so now let's look at this, okay? I have my finishing setup, but in order to get my tier 3 badges, tier 1 and tier 2 must add up to at least 10 points, as you see at the bottom, okay? They gotta add up to
equip at least 10 points between tier 1 and tier 2.
At least 10 badge points before you can touch tier 3.
Dang.
On top of that, badges in each tier level actually cost different points. Yes, you heard that correctly. So tier 1 badges will range from bronze being 1 to Hall of Fame being 4, while tier 2 badges will range from bronze
starting at 3 points, bro.
Being 3 points, and Hall of Fame badges going all the way up to 6 points. Finally, we'll end with
they was not playing, bro. Freaking 8 points for a Hall of Fame.
Tier 3 badges starting off at bronze at 5 points and Hall of Fame badges at a whopping 8 points. Well, some of y'all gonna ask yourselves, well, man, what does that all mean? Well, let's go ahead and flash forward to this builder here of a lockdown with 32 badge points. As you can see, it's basically maxed out. 32 is the most badges you can get. Now let's just do the math. Look at tier 3.
So if people was to create a lockdown, this is how your attributes would look. As you can see, it's pretty decent. I ain't gonna lie. You can still shoot, you can pass, you just can't dribble. Yeah, it's pretty solid though, but that's not what I'm making. So
3, in order to get the most important badges as a lockdown, you will want to get them Hall of Fame, correct? Well, now we all know that at tier 3, each Hall of Fame badge is worth 8 points. How much is that going to be if you wanted to get all Hall of Fame badges? 8 times 4 is 32. Well, guess what? We all know that 10 of those points have to at least be coming from tier 1 and tier 2. So you take away 10 of those points, now you're left with 22 badges, and that's it. So you're not able to get all 4 badges at Hall of Fame.
Nope.
But you are able theoretically to get at least 3 of them by making one of these badges your core badge. So let's use this same build that we had with 32 badges, and now let's look. We're going to go ahead and get off-ball pest, which is going to be 1 point. So that means we have 9 more from tier 1 and tier 2 we have to use. So we're going to go ahead, use chase down. That's going to be another point. So now we have 8 more points we have to use. And then I go ahead and I get anchor. So that's a total of 3 badges points equipped. Then I go to rebound chaser. That's 4 total badges equipped. Now I'm looking at tier 2. I'm looking at pick dodger. So now that's 4 points. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, that's 8. So I have 2 more points I got to use. I go to ankle breaker and I actually use 5 points. So now when you look at the top left, I only have 19 badge points available. Now we can all agree, even though I only had to use 10, I actually end up using more because I want to get gold ankle braces, because obviously ankle braces was very important in 22. I'm thinking they're going to be important in 23.
My hands.
At the bottom right, you will see Challenger Core, the Challenger Core Challenge, right? Now, obviously it says it's completed because this is the My Player Builder. But if this was actually the actual game, I'm pretty sure there's going to tell you what challenge you would need to complete in order to get each one of these. So that will be something you want to take in consideration. Me personally, I will obviously pick the core badge of the challenge that seems the easiest to get, right? Now, to keep in mind, the core badge, it will not go against the points that you have. So basically, if I was to pick Challenger as my core badge, I will still have 19 badge points, okay? So let's take a look at this part, what I'm talking about. So again, as you see, I have 19 badge points. I am going to go ahead and make this Challenger badge my core badge. I hit triangle, it populates to the far right side. If you look to the top left, I still have 19 badge points. Why? Because I have to complete the challenge and then I will get this badge. But as a core badge, I do not lose any of those badge points. And you only can get 1 core badge per category. So now I get my clamps. Now I drop down to 11 badge points because it's worth 8 points. Then I go over here. I'm going to, of course, going to get glove. I'm going to use that 8. So now I'm left with just 3. Okay. So
you got the chance to get a couple Hall of Fames. Just got to be one of them. Might be a core badge. It's cool though.
Even though I used 3 badges, which technically should be 24 points, I only use 16 points because the other 8 is being held as a challenge badge, as a core badge, I'm sorry. So now I do not have to worry about utilizing another 8 points. So now I'm left with just 3 points. Hopefully I broke that down good enough for you. I know it can sound complex, but once you get your hands on it, it won't take long for you to figure out what the core badge system is. Now, there's still some questions here. Are we going to be able to have college where we'll be able to get an additional 4 points? I believe that there is a way to get all 4 of your tier 3 badges at Hall of Fame. Either it's going to be a college, 4 badges by picking a certain college, maybe Chris Brinkley, if he is in a game, maybe that's an option, or maybe you'll have to wait each season to hit level 39. So maybe you have to wait till like season 3 or 4 to be able to get the badge points to be able to pull that off. But as you see, I had 3 badge points. I'm playing around at the top because I do have 3 badge points left. I cannot get any of the tier 3 badges because obviously just a bronze tier 3 badge is worth 5 points. So I can't do that. So now you got to mess around a little bit at the top and figure out what badges you want to go ahead and equip, okay? So that is it right now for the core badges. Also have the builder goes, but there's also some cool features at the end that I want to talk about. So let's just head over there to real quick. Now, after you're finished equipping your badges, you are able to choose your jump shots. As you can see, there are some There's some really, really good ones in there. There are different ones in there. As you remember, Mike Wang said that every single jump shot has been changed from generic to an actual NBA player. So as you can see, there are a ton of NBA players. And the cool thing is, based upon your position, you're going to be able to get all these guards and stuff like that. If you pick the power forward center, you'll be able to get that. Now you'll see here, you get 3v3 and 5v5 options. So now you're able to choose to test
them out in a 3v3 setting, because you know, going to the park.
Build out in a 3v3 or the 5v5, and I think that's pretty cool. I chose to test this out in a 3v3 format, so this is what it looks like when you test it out in 3v3 format. Look at some of the names: a 3-and-D2 guard, a versatile offensive force. All right,
inside out scorer. Let's say defensive something. His stuff is blocking
it. Which is a CJ McCollum build, which I think is pretty dope. LaMelo Ball is called an all-around threat. You know, you got Bane as a sharpshooter. Of course, you got Robert Williams III as a defensive anchor. And then you have Karl Anthony Towns as an inside-out scorer. So that's pretty amazing. And as you're going to see, it is a basic 3v3 type setup where you can play with your build and try to see if it's effective on a 3v3. Someone like myself, I'm a 3v3 player, so obviously I think this was pretty dope. But again, if you're a pro player or a rec player, then obviously you get to test it out in the 5v5. I think that is an amazing change to the game, because it really helps out individuals to figure out whether or not their build is going to be good in the type of setting that they want to play in. So there's that breakdown, my nephews and nieces, man. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, just make sure you drop a like, you subscribe to the
man. That AI defense don't get worse. Like, bro, they be clamping shit, man.
Channel. But the cool thing is, I got tons and tons of more videos coming today, so just stay tuned. And as usual,
dang, you really can't make whites either.
Back with another banger. You know, when I say we back soon, another banger, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm talking about tomorrow,
trophy
man.
For the green light.
I'm out.
Hey, man, there y'all have it. The 2K23 My Player Builder. I'm pretty sure most of y'all already seen it though, but had to get my reaction with y'all. So let me know if you like it. Let me know what you think about the builder down below in the comments. Let me know what system you plan on, and I'll probably add you. We can run up the 2K23 on next gen this year. And yep, that's all I got for this video.